welcome to my next video, which is all about how I am organising my plants for the winter. You've probably heard me say it before, winter is the most stressful time of the year as a plant mama, because it's important to remember that the majority of houseplants are either from desert environments, so very dry, hot environments with a lot of sun, or from tropical environments, so very high humidity, again a good amount of sun and these high temperatures. So here in the UK, and especially with climate change now, the seasons just seem to be changing so quickly and so dramatically, which means that even if the temperature isn't so high, we put our heating on in our homes, that makes the environment really dry, which then is reducing the humidity. There's also a lot less sunlight. It now gets dark, I think, at about 5 to 4 in the evening. Crazy. It's not even the evening, it's the afternoon. And not much daylight at the moment at all. Some of my plants are struggling already. Yeah, they're not doing that great. It's now, beginning of December, so maybe I should have moved some of these earlier, but you know, I'm a busy woman. I'm just going to talk you through the plants that I'm moving around, so ones that I think can stay in the same place, the ones that are staying together and I need to group them together, which will help, and just, really seeing how I can make small changes to hopefully be able to help these plants through the winter. Hello from the floor. I'm kneeling on the floor at the moment so I can show you these plants. So this is one of the things that I've done, which to be honest is a bit easier than the other things, and that is group together these tropical plants, the ones that I guess are most tropical, if that makes sense, but to me it's the ones that need a lot of high humidity. I've grouped these plants together. I've also got my humidifier on at the moment. I've got another video all about that if you click here. I've just grouped them together because if you group together plants that all need high humidity, they'll create almost like a mini climate amongst themselves. It also helps because then, so I only have one humidifier and I can just put that near these plants and, you know, it's giving humidity to all of them. So I've grouped those together, still ensuring you can see, so the window is just there. They're still getting the right amount of light. I've obviously got them at different heights, so this one is up on the stool, this one's a bit lower, and kind of just ensuring that they've all still got a good amount of light, but grouping them as close together as possible. As well as grouping together those ones with really high humidity, I'm grouping together the ones that need a lot of sunlight. I'm grouping those together not because they do anything to help each other, but just because I can work out where the sun is going to be when the sun's out and just ensure that those plants are getting as much sun as possible by placing them where I know the sun will hit them and they'll get the right light. Some of those plants like that are these ones. So this trailing cactus, this black velvet, I don't know what it's doing, it doesn't seem to be doing too well, and my silver dragon as well. So the sun's just gone in, but normally it hits them right here, so this is just, on the corner of the shelf, and that seems to really help them. By placing them somewhere where you know the sun hits when the sun is out, it means that you don't have to be worrying every day about like moving them around, because also you don't want to keep moving them. So some plants get stressed if you keep moving where they are. You can see the sun's just coming out now on this one. I'll come around in a sec. Some plants, they don't like to be moved around. It would be like if someone were to keep saying to you every day you need to move house, you need to move to a different bedroom. You wouldn't like it. So the plants feel a bit uncomfortable. They need time to adapt. So you don't want to keep moving them. So that's why it's good to move them for winter. Of course, if you move them, it's not quite right, move them again, but just think about it first so that you don't have to keep moving them. So these ones where they're getting sunlight, great. Similarly, I have also put, you can see the sun is hitting this one at the moment. It needs a little bit of water, I think. My burrow's tail, and a few of these cactus as well. So I've put them there where I know they're right by the window. This is my watermelon peperomia propagation, which is doing really well, and I'm just keeping it here because it grew just from this one leaf and it's been growing so well. I'm just keeping it there because I don't want to move it, so we'll just see how that one goes. And that's the same with this one as well, which again has just been doing really well in this position. It gets great light, So I'm just keeping it there. So these ones used to be quite bunched up, and I've just made sure that there's space around them. On this Hoya, it used to only be able to get light on a few of the leaves, but now it's just got a lot more space to spread out and not be cramped. And similar with this spider aloe too. Final thing that I've done to reposition my plants is put all of my cacti together in one place. And again, that's kind of similar to what I did with these plants, that just ensuring that they will get as much sunlight as possible. But I've put all of my cacti on one windowsill where I know gets good light, but also just so that they're together and they're in kind of the best position. Also, I've got more than could fit in this small space of sunlight on that shelf. So I'm hoping that will work. It's the first year I think that I've done that, moved all the cacti together, but I'm hoping that it will really help them, as they're the ones that need a lot of light. This will also help when you're considering watering. Obviously in the winter you are watering a lot less, and it's the cacti that you're watering the least, because obviously remember that they come from a desert environment. So it also just helps with when you're considering what needs watering and what doesn't. I know that on that one windowsill I have all the cacti and I don't need to water them as often. Those are my main top tips for how I've rearranged my plants for winter. I really hope you found this useful. I hope that I've made it simple and easy for you. It's honestly not a big job at all, but it is worth doing just to ensure that your plants have the best chance of survival during these sometimes harsh winters. So if you have any questions at all, of course, as always, just leave them in the comments and make sure you subscribe to my channel.